cafe light, stack of novels keeping me up bright. Old DVDs in a second-hand bin.
I fear that my hair is a mess and I can't fix it. And I can't go outside. I can't go outside to get Taylor Swift's new album looking like this. I'm gonna have to do my hair. Or leave it in a bun. I don't know. Anyway, oh my god, it's bothering. Okay, is it better? Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's not Saturday, y'all. I made it 10 chapters. I made it 30 pages into this book. I'm liking it so far, but I fear that I don't want to read it. I woke up today, well, since last night, I've been very much in a fall mood. I want to read something that embodies fall and gives that vibe. And I'm also on the hunt to buy albums that feel, and I have a couple, but I don't think I'm going to be able to find them in Walmart, which is where I'm going today to pick up Taylor Swift's album that dropped yesterday or a couple of days ago. Apparently, across the board, people have said that this album is not good. And usually for a Taylor Swift album, there is discourse on both sides, whether it's good or bad. Everything across the board so far has been that this album is not good. Across the board. Like, straight across the board. I have not seen a discourse. I have not seen anything from the opposite side of that. The opposite of that argument, saying that it's a great album. And I'm afraid. But we're gonna go and pick it up because I'm a big Taylor Swift fan and I have all her albums and I'm gonna get this one too. What was I saying? I'm sorry, going back to the book. Yes, I read up to 30 pages. I like it. So basically we're following this woman who is taking a vacation with her ex-husband, his wife, his current wife, and their kids. She was like, at the beginning of the book, she's like, yeah, I planned this vacation for all of us to try and get to know each other more and for all the kids to get together, to be able to get to know each other as well. And the vacation's not going well. The kids are bored out of their minds. They're not really getting along. The wife is giving the current wife is giving the ex-wife a lot of attitude for no reason. And it's just not a good time. Our main character, however, stumbles upon this mystery. A YouTuber that she watches has gone missing. And this YouTuber is a person that scours random places for artifacts. And she has gone missing. And our main character is very intrigued by this. And she wants to investigate this. And the book is really short, too. It's only 7 hours. It's a 7-hour long audiobook, which is really short. But I don't know, again, if I want to continue reading this because it's not giving fall vibes to me. And I'm really in the mood to read something that feels like fall. Yeah. And excuse the mess, y'all. I'm over here sitting in clutter. I apologize for 2 videos, 3 videos already. I have clutter in the background. We are slowly cleaning out our attic still, shifting things around. So, yeah, I'm just sitting here. I have not moved anything in, yeah, that's just what that is. But anyway. Okay, so this is my attempt at a fall outfit. I had all these pieces laying around the house, honestly, that I've never thought to put together. My first attempt at an outfit, because I normally don't wear anything but a graphic tee and short. My partner says I look like the beekeeper from Wednesday, so leave your thoughts in the comments down below. But I'm ready to go and get this album and be in the fall vibes. Yay! It matches my outfit. Oh, this is cute.
Look what we have here.
Elton John.
No.
Oh. The vinyl, how much is that? Ooh, I actually like the back. Like, it's giving, it's a vibe. But I don't want to spend $34 on a vinyl right now. But yeah, I'm gonna pick up this and see if there's anything else here that is. Let's talk. Hi, buddy. My little dog's here. Let's talk Taylor Swift Life of a Showgirl album. I can't believe I'm saying this. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy this album like I thought I was going to. I believe I talked about it earlier. I think I said, no, I don't think I mentioned this earlier. I was hoping that this album was going to give 1989 because apparently Taylor had the producers from that album on this one. So I was thinking we were going to get vibes like Midnight and 1989. And that was not the case. All the songs blended in together and sounded the same, which is so weird. Because usually with a Taylor Swift album, I can pick out right away which ones are going to be my favorites. And after listening to this album, I can't remember any of the songs that I listened to because they all blended in together. Which is crazy. I can't believe I'm saying that I don't like a Taylor Swift album. Since this album was just fine. That's all I can say about it. Like, there was 3 songs at the end that really felt like 1989 and they were like really poppy and really like kind of dancey, and I enjoyed that. Not that I don't enjoy her slower stuff as well, because obviously, like, we have Evermore, we have Folklore. They're very, like, slow bops. And this album had those vibes as well. It just, nothing stuck out to me. Nothing was hitting like it was supposed to. And it just felt very, like, bland. That's what this album gave, and I wasn't expecting it at all. And I wasn't expecting to go along with everybody else online, because usually, again, I told you, it was really weird. I said it earlier, how it was really strange that across the board, I was just seeing negative reviews about this album. I didn't see anything positive. And I'm just like, that is crazy, because usually there is a big discourse between people that don't like it and then people that do. And usually the people that don't like it, like, people usually say, okay, yeah, you probably don't like a Taylor Swift album, you have to listen to it. You'll like it again, you'll like it when it becomes a little bit more popular and you'll get into it. I feel that's not the case with this one. This one, nothing stuck out to me. Nothing at all stuck out to me, and I'm just kind of really bummed. Honestly, when I finished this album, I went back and literally put on Midnights and listened to that. Because that was the feeling that I got after finishing this album. I was like, yeah, I really want to go back and listen to Midnights. Yeah. Well, I think I showed y'all earlier that I was reading Bookshops and Bone Dust. I read 5 chapters of it. Lost interest right away. I'm having one of those weeks where, and this is why I waited for the weekend to read, because I was like, yeah, maybe during the weekend I'll be in a better reading mood. I think I'm just having one of those slumpy kind of weeks where nothing's really grabbing my attention, and yeah, it kind of sucks. But we'll see. I'm looking for something that feels like fall. I'm looking for a book that has those vibes. And I want to read from my library, but I don't have anything that fits that vibe. And I'm like, ugh. And then I'm looking on Hoopla and like all the other library apps, and there's so much fall content that I don't know what to pick. So it's just very like, my brain, my ADHD brain can't focus today. That's what it is. Other than that, I think I mentioned earlier that I wanted to, before we went to Walmart, that I was hoping to find some fall vibe CDs. I was looking online, and I was like, I just typed in like CDs that give fall vibes, and and Brandy's 1998 album Never Say Never popped up, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get that. And also an album by the Cranberries, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that as well. I've never listened to the Cranberries. I think I've only listened to like one song by them in the in the 90s, and that was on a Charmed episode that they guest starred in. And apparently that album feels like fall. So yeah, I was looking through TikTok and I typed in just like albums that feel like fall, and like Brandy came up, the Cranberries, and I picked up those two albums online because I didn't see them in stores. I picked up the Wallows album online as well, and everything was like super cheap. They were only like $6, like $4 to $6 each, which is not bad. So yeah, I also picked up an album by an artist that I listened to only one song of. It was a K-pop artist. TikTok will get me to buy anything, y'all. So this person was showing their pink albums, like their best pink albums. And as y'all know, I've been obsessed with the color pink and everything pink. It's just been a vibe. So they're showing this album and it looks so luxurious. I was like, oh my God, who is this artist? So I go and listen to the song and I was instantly hooked. And I go look up the album and it was only like, I think $6 to $10, like around there. And I had enough in my budget to purchase that one as well. And I'm so excited for it to come in. And I think they're all coming in around the same time. So I can't wait to share that with y'all if y'all want to stick around. Other than that, I'm just really bummed that I didn't love this Taylor Swift album. It like really just bummed out my day. As y'all know, I like dressed up and everything. I was like, oh my God. So Taylor was wearing orange for the album drop. I had an orange shirt. I really didn't like how orange looked on me, so I paired that with a green vest. And I don't know how y'all feel when you try on an outfit and you're not sure how it looks on you and you go outside and you feel a little subconscious. That was me today. I was like, oh my God, I hope I look okay. Like, do I look weird? Do I look like out of place or anything like that? But I felt like I looked cute, but I also felt like awkward being dressed up, because usually with me, I'm like in shorts and a t-shirt. I don't really put on layers and try to match things and put on an outfit. But today I tried it and I did, and I did get a positive comment, which I was really surprised about. Somebody liked the bag that I had, and they were like, oh my God, it's super cute that you make it, and we had a nice exchange, and that was nice. But yeah, it was like my first time dressing up in a while. Today was the only day that like I put effort into what I was wearing for the vibes of fall and the vibes of what I thought the Taylor Swift album was going to be, and the vibes of just like all that. But it just turned out not to be what I thought, and I'm kind of just bummed about it. Yeah. Alright, so let's try and pick out another book. I'm going to look on Hoopla to see if I can find another book to read during this vlog, and we will end this vlog, I guess, when I find a book to read. Alright, I'll see you in a moment. So it's now Thursday. I've been trying to look for things to read that would catch my attention, and nothing's working. Literally, like, try to read 3 books, and nothing's keeping my attention. I wanted to reread, and I think I'm going to if I can find the audiobook for it. We were, what's the, Darny, I can't remember the name of the book. We Used to Live Here. I read this for the first time last year when we moved into this house, and it was a really fun read, but I didn't get to do a reading vlog on it. I really want to try and get in some reading in this vlog. I think I might actually turn this vlog into a monthly vlog, because we're already hitting the second week of October, so I might just turn this into a monthly vlog and see how much reading I can get in. We were gonna go to the library so I could pick out some books. The books that I had my eye on was We Used to Live Here and It's by Stephen King. Those are the 2 books that I was trying to get at the library, and I was gonna pair that with a book that I have here in my house that's kind of that I heard that is super cozy, and that is House in the Cerulean Sea. So those are the 3 books that I wanted to try and tackle for this vlog. But unfortunately, I could not get a physical copy of it, and We Used to Live Here. So I think I might listen to those audibly and read along and read House in the Cerulean Sea. I think that's going to be the vibe for the rest of the vlog. Maybe tomorrow I can actually pick up the physical copies at the library if the power is back on, but I'm not sure. Other than that, yeah, other than the reading plans, I think I might like an hour vlog before. And I want to try and do one for this one. While we're on the subject of books, I was so bummed out about not going to the library, we hit up 2 little libraries here in town. And I found this really cool copy of If We Ever Meet Again by Anna Hong. And I think somebody sprayed edged this book themselves, which is really cool. I don't know if this is like a bookstore copy or someone sprayed edged it. But let me know if you guys have a copy that's sprayed edged. I'm not sure. I can't tell. Like, I'm trying to figure out if somebody sprayed this themselves or they like bought it. And I think I was looking through it in the thing and somebody left like a note. And I think that's so cool. I love when people annotate books and leave little notes. So let me read it with y'all. This book is a part of Christian's birthday books. Oh, okay. So in Love and Reverie, a Christian who would be celebrating her 30th birthday today. She was compassionate, sweet, and so easy to love. Oh no. That's really sad. Living with spinal bifida became wrong was one of her faves. We hope this book brings you a little of the same joy the stories brought her. If you like, share where you found it, a photo of your thoughts using the hashtag Christian Birthday Books, so we can keep sharing her light. That was sad. I was not expecting to read something sad. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I've never read anything from this author, but I now will be adding this to my monthly vlog just because of the beautiful message that was in this book. And that's this. And I was reading a little bit of a synopsis on the car ride back home. And this is about an interior designer that falls in love with a football player, and he's really grumpy, and he doesn't believe in love. So there's that. And then I come home, and as y'all know, I have my own little library, and I see a couple of new books that were left in my little library. Most of them were children's books. But tell me why we have another Anna Hong book here called The Striker. What are the odds that I have that somebody left another book by this author in my little library? Like, I think it's a sign that I have to read from this author, because like I end up finding 2 books of theirs today. And this is also about a football player. 2 guys on the football team, and one of the guys falls in love with his friend's sister. So I'm sensing a theme with this author. They like writing about like football romances, possibly, because that book and this one as well. So yeah, I don't think I'll add this one to my TBR for this month because it's a bit chunky, but I will definitely read this as an icebreaker in between the horror books and the fantasy books that I want to attempt to read for this month. Alright, hey y'all, it's the next day. So, remember how I said I was going to try and read that romance book that was left in the little library? I got like 10 chapters in, and it just wasn't catching my attention. And it probably has nothing to do with the book. It's probably just me feeling very slumpy and not really gravitating. Hold on, my dog's trying to get into the room. Yeah, my dog was trying to go back into the room and I had the door closed. Anyway, yeah, I think it's just me. It's not the book. It's just me feeling very reading slumpy-ish and not being able to get into anything. So I'm probably just going to put those books back into the little library so somebody else can enjoy them. Talking about earlier that I ordered some CDs. A couple of them came in, and I think I'm going to do like little reviews on how I felt about each CD that I listened to. I talked about earlier how I picked up a random K-pop artist album that I had no idea who they were. I just listened to one song of theirs and literally went online to pick up their album, and that came in. And the artist's name is Simi. I believe that this is one of her older CDs, her older albums. But look at this packaging, y'all. Like, look at this packaging. Photo. Ooh, a card just fell out. Photo. Photo with, like, the lyrics. And, like, quotes. Like, look how cool that is. And it comes with little photo cards. And it's like so wholesome, like the wait, look at this, it's so cool. And in the back is the album. Like I'm in love with this packaging. And there's like 6 songs on this album, and they were bops. They were bops, no notes. They were bops. I liked every song on the album. And I'm definitely gonna be picking up more albums from this artist. Especially if the packaging is like this. Like, this is just stunning. I love it so much. Like, and then it came with this like photo, this cardboard photo. You can't sit with us. Which I think is a play on Mean Girls. That quote in Mean Girls where she's like, "You can't sit with us." I think it's a play on that. But look, like, how pretty is that? Statement pieces. This is like awesome. The Cranberries. Again, I only listened to like one song of theirs that was on Charmed a long time ago. And I'm really hoping that I love the music, because 1, I spent money on the CD. And 2, it'll be a new band that I've never, like, a new band that I'll be introduced to for the first time. And apparently this is supposed to give like very fall, cozy vibes. So I will definitely give y'all a review of this after I'm done listening to it. Yeah, but that is all for CDs. I think I have one CD coming in, Brandy's Never Say Never. And apparently that's a fall vibes album also. And yeah, that's the last of my physical media haul in terms of CDs. And I'll give y'all a review on that. I'll give my thoughts and feelings on the vibes of the CDs as I listen to them. And also, I do not know where my Wallows CD is. I have no idea where I put it. And I'm upset because I wanted to listen to it today. Nobody asked for my reviews on CDs. I'm going to give them anyway. I'm having fun. In terms of reading, I don't know if I should try and push myself out of this reading slump or just go with the vibes of this vlog and whatever happens, happens. I'm not sure. Part of me wants to start reading House on the Cerulean Sea, and see if I'll gravitate towards that book, because I have it on the shelf. So I'm thinking maybe just grab that, read a couple of chapters, and see if it vibes with me. Because nothing that I'm picking up is like sticking with me and something that I want to read. And it's like so sad and frustrating. Alright, I will check back in a... Alright, hey y'all. So it is now October 14th. It's Tuesday. I did not end up reading House in the Cerulean Sea. Like 2 chapters into that book, and it just wasn't grabbing my attention. But fear not, fellow readers. I did end up finishing a book, and let's talk about it. I ended up reading Freida McFadden's new book, Intruder, and it was a really fun experience. Alright, so the basic, like, quick gist of this book, we're following a main character who is this let's say retired teacher. She is deciding to live her life off-grid. She decides, I want to live in this cabin where it's off-grid, where I can just be at peace. It is this dark and stormy night when we are meeting our main character. Now, there is not supposed to be anybody else in the vicinity besides her next door neighbor and her landlord, who is a super creepy jerk. And her next door neighbor lives like 10 houses away. So when she hears a strange noise coming from the strange noise outside, she is very concerned because, again, there's not supposed to be anybody around. She ends up encountering this girl. Now, that's not the strange part that there's a girl outside in the rain. That's weird enough. But what makes it even creepier is that this girl is covered in blood and she's holding a knife. Decides, hey, I'm going to help this girl because I cannot leave her outside unattended, alone, in the middle of a storm where things can get very dangerous. So she decides to let the girl, this bloody girl, this girl covered in blood, holding a knife, into her house. Why would anybody do that? I do not know. Could not be me. But she decides to stop the story. We start to uncover why this main character is covered in blood. We start to uncover more information about our main character. And it was just a really, really fun book. The twists and turns in this book were so much fun. I thought I had it figured out, but I did not. And it was the best reading experience, 5 out of 5. So yeah, leave it to Freida McFadden to get me to finish a book. I would say to get me out of a reading slump, but I feel very much like I'm still in one. But with that being said, I'm going to try and read another one of her books that's an hour long. And this one is called The Gift. I believe this one takes place on Christmas night. We have our main character who's working at this diner. And she realizes, I do not have a gift for my husband, and it's Christmas, and I need to find something. She encounters this woman, I believe, and this woman gives her an opportunity to get a gift, but it comes at a cost. I don't know what that cost is, but it sounds this book sounds very interesting, and I'm ready to just dive in and see what it's all about. Yeah, so I'm gonna read that. I'll definitely check back in a bit and let y'all know how my reading experience is going. Hey y'all, so updating the vlog. I have not read anything since I last updated, which I think was last week. And it's now the following... Wait, what's today? I think today's like Thursday? Yeah, I have not read anything since we last spoke. Yeah, I think the last time that we spoke, I said I was going to read The Gift, which I think was only an hour long, and I did not end up reading that book at all. And now it's a week later, so it's now like, I think October 23rd. And I have not read anything else since I finished reading, what's the last book that I read? Oh yeah, since I finished reading the Freida McFadden book. So I've only literally read one book this month, which is like horrible. To attempt to read a Christopher Pike book. Some of his books are on my library account, and I have them on Audible, and they're only 5 hours, so I'm gonna try and read one of those. I really had the attention span to read anything, and I don't even have the attention span to listen to anything consistently. Like, my brain is just not there this month for reading, which sucks. Because I want to be all in the spooky vibes, and I'm not there, y'all. I'm not there. I'm there when it comes to movies. I've been watching a lot of movies, but I have not been reading anything, and it kind of just, it sucks. Okay, hey y'all. So it is now November 1st. We are officially done with October. I should have posted this video yesterday, but I just didn't film anything. Let's talk about all the books that I've read for this vlog. I didn't expect to read as much as I did. So yeah, let's get into it. So I did end up reading, I think the last time that I did an update, I said that I finished. I think I said that I didn't know what to read, or I wasn't sure what I was going to read. So I did end up reading The Gift by Freida McFadden. It was an hour-long book. So basically, it's an hour-long book. It was really good. I love that she is able to incorporate all of the twists and turns that she does in her longer form content in that 1 hour book. It was really, really good. So basically, in this story, we're following this girl who is working at a diner, and she is working on Christmas night. She realizes, hey, I did not buy my husband a gift. We are newly married, and it's just gonna look really bad if I don't pick him up something, even though they agreed prior to not really buy each other gifts because they don't have money like that. So she ends up meeting this woman who offers to give her a gift in exchange for something. And I don't want to give too much away, but we basically are like thrown into our story from that moment on. We realize that it's something that the character gave up, led her to learning a truth about her life. And that's all I'm going to say. It was really, really good. It was really fast-paced. It was thriller. It hit all the thriller points. And I give it a 5 out of 5. Really, really good. The next book that I ended up reading was a book by Darcy Coates. I think she is one of my new favorite authors, Simi. I ended up reading The House Next Door. And this story was really atmospheric and gothic, and I loved it so much. It blended creepy with very kind of cozy vibes. Like, nothing was too scary, but it was scary enough. So basically, we have our main character who is just going about her day, living her day-to-day life, and she hears a noise about her day-to-day life. She hears what appears to be gunshots, and then she sees people running outside of the apartment of the house across the street from her. And she's like, oh my God, like, I hope that nobody's hurt. To her surprise, nobody was hurt. All you see is the family that moved in there quickly run out of that house, and everybody's fine. They just run out of the house and they are never seen again. A couple of weeks later, another person moves in, and our main character is really curious as to why everyone keeps leaving this house. She ends up befriending the next door neighbor, and all crazy, spooky things ensue. Again, I don't want to give too much, but it was really, really atmospheric, really haunting, and I gave this one a 5 out of 5 as well. Definitely another author that I'm going to read from. So yeah, those are the last 2 books I read in this vlog. Really, really good. Just for a recap, I ended up reading in this vlog The Intruder by Freida McFadden. I gave that a 5 out of 5. I read The Gift by Freida McFadden, also a 5 out of 5. And I read The House Next Door by Darcy Coates, another 5 out of 5. And guys, my 5 out of 5s are just based on vibes. Just vibes alone. So if you've read any of these books, let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on them. And yeah, I will officially see y'all in the next video. If you stood here this long, you're an MVP. If you just want to let me know you're here, leave a spooky ghost emoji, and I will see you in the next one.